Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 6th day of March 2024. Today is Wednesday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we're going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that the complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that a complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation, This Day, The Sun, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 96661035. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Abiodun laws Obasanjo strides in good governance. Federal government inaugurates national MSMEs clinic in Ogun. Reps uncover fraud in seaport concession. Summons ministers. I am not desperate to be president. Obi clarifies. Residents protest deplorable Benin Aoji Jatu Highway 6 government's intervention. Federal government maintains a United Arab Emirates visa ban on Nigerian subsidies. Adamawa Monarch partner National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in war against illicit drugs. High tariffs on electricity, low energy consumption undermine businesses. Nigeria's acceptance of Ukraine grains, not sign of failure, federal government says. Enugu mother dumps children at police station, commits suicide. Okada Union begs Niger government to lift ban on operation. We won't spare APC, PDP, others in fight against corruption, ICPC vows. Enugu communities raise alarm over illegal mining, safety violations. Apawen, tax stakeholders on inclusive STEM community. Consumers switch to used gadgets as FX crisis worsens tech adoption. Consumers switch to used gadgets as FX crisis worsens tech adoption. Power outage disrupts Senate plenary. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps commits to zero tolerance to workplace violence. Delta overtakes Edo in human trafficking, says NAPTIP. Sanctions await employer of underage house helps. Center slams Tinubu for excluding women from advisory council. More food-laden trucks are seized at borders as IMF seeks end to hardship. Decline in wildlife population worries government. Stakeholders urge a protection of shield trees as NEPC warns against export. Human Rights Writers Association backs Plateau governor on Buhari's misrule, canvasses prosecution. A blueprint on restructuring of Nigeria by Afenifere. Uzodinma commiserates with monarchs. High tariffs on electricity, low energy consumption, undermine businesses. Police seek identity of lady who alleged a 500,000 naira extortion in Lagos. Reps probes cryptocurrency, blockchain, digital asset transactions. Tinubu's wife, others make 100 leading women's list. Alleged dollar bribe, court stops Ganduje's probe. Court managing director over alleged fraud. Enugu seals ShopRite, Spar malls over alleged tax default. UNODC, others decry weak legal framework in tackling wildlife crimes. Crack in Wike's camp as lawmakers disagree over car gift to government. Experts seek alliance for sectoral development. Sharia Council urges the federal government to end hunger, insecurity. No room for military takeover. Labaja reassures Nigerians. Sanwo-Olu pledges sustainable ecosystem for students. No country provides equal opportunities for women. World Bank assets. Oni laws EFCC for tackling illegal forest operators. National Association of Nigerian Students issues 7-day ultimatum for action against customs alleged corruption scandal. Address insecurity. Don't repeat Buhari's failure. Cleric tells Tinubu. Doctor blames father's death on FRSC's traffic checks in Cross River. Alleged killers of Imo monarchs face fresh terrorism charges March 12th. Rescue Nigeria raises alarm on drug abuse among children. Reps probe blockchain, digital asset transactions. Amechi 4,411. Others called to bar as 888 failed final exam. Amechi 4,411. Others called to bar as 888 failed final exam. Third Mainland Bridge. Lagos announces 36-hour traffic diversion for Island Owuru bound carriage. EFCC arrests 21 food-loaded trucks heading towards neighboring countries. United Arab Emirates yet to lift travel visa restriction on Nigerians. Official. Nigeria's acceptance to grains from Ukraine is not sign of failure. Federal government. Aviation Ministry debunks reports of plan to move firefighting simulators from Zaria. Navy sails a tank farm for storing illegally refined diesel. Binance to discontinue Naira services. Nigerian Army postpones DSSC course 28-2024 selection board. Ghana suspends forest trading licenses of GTB. First Bank. Ghana suspends forest trading licenses of GTB. First Bank. Man in court for stealing 3,500 naira in Abuja at Recode. Expert hinge personal growth on positive attitude. Others. How market forces hindered our plan to sell cement at 3,500 naira BUA. 8% of Nigerians' population face hunger, says IMF. Group makes justice system accessible with artificial intelligence tool. How banks in Nigeria commit fraud. EFCC. Police recruitment. Sokoto Command fixes Wednesday for CBT exercise. FRSC declares nationwide war against overloading night trips. Recruitment. Police approve 17 CBT examination centers in Castana. Federal government to begin grains distribution. Insists warehouse looting criminal. Beyond hunger. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. From the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to leadership newspaper. Transcorp Power targets a 500 billion naira annual revenue growth by 2031. Forest crisis. Air Peace Boss urges support for indigenous. Cardoso asks a federal government to continuously refine debt strategy. AMP Foods rebrand to build a stronger global brand. ICT experts solicit support for vulnerable Nigerians. At Leadership Awards, only drastic action can save Nigeria's economy. More GE Venova backs sustainable energy transition in Nigeria. ICT experts solicit support for vulnerable Nigerians. Transcorp Power targets a 500 billion naira annual revenue growth. We've taken this. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. NADDC begins occupational standards review for automotive sector. as Inua Yahaya brings Gombe youths into multi-billion-dollar global outsourcing employment industry. Power outage stalls plenary in Senate. Ondo PDP aspirants back Southern District to produce candidates. Coalition cautions against derailing peace process in UK APC. We uncovered plots to break into state assemblies, swear in APC lawmakers, play to government. On Ondo election, PDP has learnt its lessons. Makinde group urges support for Sokapo leadership. Ondo, we've taken this. Senate decries death of judges in Nigerian courts. Troops kill terrorist leader. Makusa, 3 others in Castena. 4,412 new lawyers are called to bar. Bauchi governor gets a Wazirin Das title. NHRC to establish radio, television outfits for stronger advocacy. Nigeria's acceptance of grains from Ukraine not sign of failure. Federal government. Visionary African Women Summit holds in Kigali. Governor Kefas appoints 2 monarchs to end dispute over stool. Federal government to implement UN mine action in Northeast. Pension, severance package of retired police officers for review. Coup threats. Army has no desire to truncate democracy. Labaja. Nothing to show for huge expenditure on power, security, Sharia Council. NSITF undergoing remodeling managing director. KB governor swears in new sole administrators. Sultan Oko want better funding of malaria fight. 30 trillion naira question about ways and means. As ECOWAS lifts sanctions on Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, when silence is not golden at Leadership Award. Okay, we've taken this. Honesty. Kanu Keke Rider, Awulu, reaps 250 million naira PhD scholarship. Dollar video. Only EFCC can prosecute Ganduje. Federal government blames food scarcity on smuggling, flooding, others. Osun judiciary workers suspend 3-month-old strike. Ukraine's donation of grains to Nigeria, not sign of failure. Federal government reps summon ministers, MPA, others over alleged fraudulent seaport concession. United Arab Emirates yet to resume visa issuance to Nigerians on Anuga. EFCC arrests 21 trucks for smuggling foodstuff to neighboring countries. Plateau government raises alarm over alleged plan to swear in 16 APC lawmakers. Ex-senator mocks Nigerian power crisis over Facebook, Instagram outage. Coup. Army has no desire to truncate democracy. We've taken this. Facebook, Instagram, lockout users. Taraba, we have right to Takum throne. Chamba group tells Kutebs. Leadership Award honors those who dare to seize possibilities. Nda, Isaiah. Southern Kaduna Group seeks stakeholders' support to develop region. Binance quits Nigeria to stop Naira services March 8. Kaduna to partner Google. Hawaii to empower 5,000 women with artificial intelligence skills. Implement stringent measures to tackle financial crimes. EFCC charges bank auditors. Binance quits Nigeria. We've taken this. Ghana's central bank suspends GT FBN subsidiaries from forex transactions. Adamawa Monarch hails National Drug Law Enforcement Agency seeks enhanced partnership over drug war. Group condemns attack on members during Ulu of Warriors visit to community. Troops neutralize a notorious terror kingpin, Makusa, 3 others in Castena. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. Deadline on NIN account linkage. Most banks yet to implement directive. Anthony Joshua to get 64 billion naira from Nganu fight. Meta reacts through X as Facebook, Instagram crash. Nigerians shouldn't be hungry, insecure. Sharia Council tells federal government. Nigeria must battle food insecurity as a priority. IMF. NGX Group's gross earnings up 57.4% to 11.8 billion naira. Dangote plans a trading arm for Nigeria refinery. Nigeria will spend 2.3 trillion naira to sustain fuel electricity subsidy. IMF. Enugu communities fault mining activities over health, environmental safety. Obasanjo, champion for good governance. Abiodun, Binance stops Naira transactions from March 8. Ex-minister Ogunloye seeks AGF, MBA, others intervention in alleged $6 billion fraud. Ongoing reforms will guarantee future for the country soon. Chetima. I'm not desperate to be president. Peter Obi. Nigeria still paying fuel subsidy. Issa Yuguda. Edo Guba. INEC opens candidates nomination portal. Corpses of 6 police officers killed by herdsmen in Delta community recovered. Scorpion stings man's testicles at 5-star hotel. Considers legal action. We are working on it. Meta reacts to global Facebook, Instagram outage. Police in manhunt for killers of 2 Akwa Ibom brothers. 25 years old Ademe goes for Miss World title in India, makes top 40 finalist. Ex-Anambra Governor Obiano asks court to quash EFCC's charge against him. Why SIMs previously linked to NIN were barred. NCC. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. Police tighten security as PDP, APC supporters besiege Plateau Assembly. Nimet's varsity program to promote early climate warnings to farmers. DG. Mayit Allah leader sues federal government over detention and killings. Cleric urges Tinubu. 888 candidates failed bar exams. 251 make first class. Sanwo-Olu raises bursary. Scholarship grants. Sanwo-Olu raises bursary. Scholarship grants. 3 Kwara Naira racketeers jailed. Forfeit 1.3 million naira. Sachet alcohol sale continues as at parks. NAFDAC awaits minister's directives. Food smuggling. Federal government intercepts 141 green trucks. Drivers threaten strike over attacks. 767 manufacturers shut down in 2023. Manufacturer Association of Nigeria. FIRS rejects additional tax to fund the child online protection bill. Trial. Suspected killer of Ekiti. Monarchs remanded. Police tighten security as PDP, APC supporters besiege Plateau Assembly. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Why Nigeria has more female HIV patients than male. NACA. Controller inspects Nigeria-Niger border ahead of reopening. Suspend 2024 budget implementation. Jonathan's ex-aide advises Tinubu. Taraba NYSC boss blames skill deficit for Nigeria's economic woes. 9 months into office, Sokoto commissioners beg for official vehicles. Bauchi community gets digital hub to bridge internet gap. Rather, tackling insecurity boosts Katsina local governments with 10 billion naira. Commissioner. Para groups disagree on display of Emir's picture in government offices. NDE trains 70 Gombe graduates to boost economic activities. Abia cattle dealers sue government over planned market shelters demolition. Lagos trains 100 paramilitary officers in sexual violence handling. Governor Idris gives Kebbi lawmakers 24 new SUVs. Army chief dismisses coup calls, demand good leadership. Court stops Ganduje's probe for alleged bribery video. Adamant SPIDEL ESCOs reject sacking. MBA raises caretaker committee. Nigeria transits hub for illegal wildlife trade, says United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Federal government to create a police veterans day, raises severance benefit. Arms center seeks support for illegal weapons mop up. Nasarawa residents request street lights to curb insecurity. Adeleke mourns as Oni Aderemi's wife dies at 105. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Looting warehouses, bad omen for Nigeria. Stakeholders warn of looming danger. Ogun Poly expels a female student caught with codeine-based syrup, cannabis. Meta-owned Facebook, Instagram suffer glitch. Dollar bribe video. You lack powers to investigate Ganduje. Court tells Kanu anti-graft agency. United Arab Emirates lifts visa ban on Nigerians after 2 years. House My 360 Dental Clinic provides quality family care in Lagos. The impact of regulatory changes on sports betting in Nigeria. Army troops thwart smuggling of illicit drugs, patrol. 888 candidates failed final bar examination, DG. Federal government grants 200 exhibitors at Ogun MSME's clinics 150,000 naira each reward. Others. Federal government grants 200 exhibitors at Ogun MSME clinics 150,000 naira cash reward. Others. World Wildlife Day. Nigerian Customs Service warns against illegal wildlife trade, trafficking. Troops neutralize bandits, rescue 15 kidnapped victims in Zamfara. Bail is free. Commissioner of Police warns DPOs against detaining suspects more than 48 hours. Governors Forum, APC knocks Okechukwu over call for Ozodema's resignation. I'm not desperate to be president, Peter Obi insists. Ondo 2024, Odu drops governorship ambition to support Jimo Ibrahim. Benue, APC lost peace since Alia became governor. Senator Titus Zam Akume versus Alia. APC stakeholders give Benue governor condition for peace. Edo APC primary. Idahosa petitions INEC chairman. African Games 2023. Aruna Padri wins Nigeria's second medal in table tennis. Feet again, Ndidi returns to action for Leicester City. Chelsea take decision on appointing Mourinho for third time. And that's the most we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. From the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. The Sun publisher partners with schools to promote STEM studies among girls, remembering APC's formation, the making, entrenchment, and the giant strides of Nigeria's super party, APC National Working Committee, NWC members. Remembering APC formation, okay, we've taken this. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, pillar of APC from the beginning. Ogbonnaya, one of the fathers of mergers in Nigeria. Security forces brutalize youth development advocate Emma Felix Emeka. Federal University of Lafayette hosts international conference. The EDE Prize for Language and Indigenous Language Spelling Bee debuts. Kogi veterinary doctors commend Governor Ododo for paying 100% hazard allowance. Jetu Jos, appointed managing director of WACT. I will prioritize projects that will stand the test of time over political pressures. Honorable Kudu. Army chief speaks on coup in Nigeria. Group urges appeal court to approve Bayelsa election petition. Tribunal. Group urges appeal court to approve Bayelsa elections petitions tribunal. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps Commandant General charges newly recruits on professional diligence. Ex-NACON boss Hassan denies allegation of EFCC invitation. We will help curb counterfeiting in Nigeria. Ejimagba, Angelo, Network Rep. Trump wins Colorado ballot disqualification case at U.S. Supreme Court. Non-governmental organization seeks stronger collaboration to address GBV, gender-based violence against vulnerable children. Sea dogs seek end to road crashes in Cross River. Police kill robbery suspect in Delta gunfight. 12 killed, 28 injured in auto crash on Zaria Kanu Expressway. Widow explains why she donated worship center in late husband's honor. NIN, BVN, 91 million accounts at risk of deactivation as banks send fresh reminders to depositors. Nigeria, India trade volume to hit $20 billion over Enyimba Economic City investor. Imported vehicles, federal government approves 90-day window to regularize import duty payment. Customs probe stampede at rice distribution center. That's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. Please stay with us.
Love my friend, delicious and delicious. Love my friend, energizing and refreshing. Love my friend, so aroma is so yummy. Love my friend, it's a friend for the family. Sweetie, sweetie, love my friend. Yummy, yummy, love my friend. Sweetie, sweetie, love my friend. Yummy, yummy, love my friend.
Love by bread, a family love produced under a good hygienic environment with NACA approval. Love by bread produced enough milk and honey that makes it sweet and yummy. Love by bread energizes, refreshes, and nourishes the body. It's a family love by bread. A product of Love by Foods and Beverages Limited in Love, located at number 1 Kumotu Medical Colony, Kumulu Nyobi, and Abrasi. Phone 0814 982 8254. Love by bread. Eat healthy, live healthy.
Sweetie, sweetie, love my friend. Yummy, yummy, love my friend.
Country people, another ogbonge opportunity don land for you to secure your own landed property for better location with small money before price go carry you go where you no know. This one na legit info from the stables of Robin Fave Concept Limited. I know say you don sabi that name by now. Robin Fave Concept Limited na big name for this real estate business. We get the track record and we dey deliver for everything we talk. Now we bring you Blessed Garden Estate, phase 1 and phase 2. Now we still bring you Airlight Garden Estate and Unique Garden Estate. All these estates, dey the capital city of Delta State, and people wey sabi levels don buy them finish. But no worry, because land no dey finish. And our work na to direct you go where you go get the best value for for your money. This time, we don't carry and come your domot with the brand new Golden City Garden Estate, Otulu, just 2 minutes from Akuku Igbo local government secretariat. This one now confirm premium estate when you forget with small money when no go turn your eye at all. Just 400,000 naira for one plot inside our special promo when they on now. From now till 2 weeks time. This estate dey for Otulu off Asaba Benin Expressway, just 2 minutes from Asaba Housing Estate and 5 minutes from Tech Group of Companies. Golden City Garden Estate dey for good location when be say na only 20 minutes e go take from Coca Junction flyover, 10 minutes from Asaba International Airport, and e no far from the express route. For inside Golden City Garden Estate, you go enjoy light and water 247. The environment clean and the day serene for you and your family with good road network and street light go dey shine for every corner. You no go worry about security because solid fence dey around the estate and security men when them train wella go man the gate 247. On top that one, recreational center dey for your maximum relaxation. Wetin you dey wait for? Waka come Robin Fave Concept Limited office make you collect your own plot inside the brand new Golden City Garden Estate. Because special promo dey on now. And for this promo season, you go get 464 square meters of land when be 50 by 100, one plot for only 400,000 naira. This promo now for only 2 weeks. So no dull yourself. With only 400k, you don't become landlord inside this correct estate for we capital city. Call us today for 081 68 32 2403. That is 081 68 32 2403. I say 081 68 32 2403. Once you pay, we go allocate your land, give you sharply, plus give you deed of assignment, register survey plan, and government approved decision. When go show say even government confirm what we do, you no get anything to worry about. Now we dey run am. If you no get all the money to pay now, you fit dey pay small for the one where they call installment payment plan. Well then na 3 months. 6 months or even 12 months, as long as you no go turn your eye, better payment plan dey for you to choose. Take advantage of this special promo when they on now unto say one plot of land, 464 square meters, now only 400,000 naira. Because once this promo ends, the price will increase small, and the promo now just 2 weeks it go last. Secure the future for you and your family. Buy your own land today. Make yourself become landlord inside the new Golden City Garden Estate, Otulu, when be only 2 minutes from Akuku Igbo local government secretariat. Come our office when they inside Jimok petrol station, kilometer 8 at Asaba Benin Expressway, Asaba, Delta State, or call us on top 081 68 32 2403. That is 081 68 32 2403. I say 081 68 32 2403. Now, Robin Fave Concept Limited, they develop Golden City Garden Estate.
Challenges contemporary who will, as the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be.
Our government, whatever.
Make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishku, PCSR number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Epona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Emas Epona the corner 24/7, 24/7.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Airborne Ade 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-9666-1035. We are on to the Nation newspaper. EFCC intercepts 21 trucks loaded with smuggled foods. NACA, 6 in 10 living with HIV females. NACA, National Agency for the Control of AIDS, 6 in 10 living with HIV females. African Development Bank to partner Nigeria on coastal trans-Sahara highways. Muslim students decorate patrons. Nadeco chief gets honor in New York. I didn't take 6 months pay after tenure. Minister, service-driven economy possible with STI, affordable energy, NMPC in talks with Mozovest. Alleged $6 billion fraud. EFCC has power to probe, prosecute Agulo burial for the nation's Oladinde, March 8. Still on the stories making headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Federal government, police to sanction violence against underage domestic workers, children. Chief of Army Staff, Labaja, military committed to defending Constitution. Jonathan to politicians, avoid winner takes all mentality. Outage disrupts Senate's plenary for 30 minutes. Court seeks collaboration with EFCC, Interpol to combat wildlife crime. Abbas, Osoba seek measures to protect children using internet. Josun, suspends strike, allows resumption of embattled Chief Justice. Chetima hands over 200 new stores to traders at Adire Market. Sanwo-Olu increases students' bursary scholarship award. Don't join any protest. Presidential aid urges people with disabilities. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. From the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. Friends, family, remember Chizoba Chizi Wigwe in heartfelt tribute service. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, 335 manufacturing companies become distressed, 767 shut down in 2023. Federal government open talks with African Development Bank for funding of multi-trillion naira coastal trans-Sahara highways. Binance to discontinue operations in Nigeria March 8. GTB Bank, GT Bank, First Bank Nigeria, Ghana assures customers of compliance after their licenses suspension by Bank of Ghana. Naira depreciates at official window to 1,534 per dollar. Stable at parallel at 1,635 naira per dollar. At second expanded MSMEs clinics, Shetima hands over 200 new stores to lucky traders in Adire Market. Body of benchers set up committee to tackle issues of conflicting judgment. Access Bank to empower over 700,000 MSMEs with a 50 billion naira loan. United Nations calls for domestication of HIV/AIDS Anti-Discrimination Act 2014 in Nigerian states. Federal government approves a 90-day window to regularize imported vehicles. Our commodities are natural hedges to inflation. Former This Day reporter writes book on depression. Despite headwinds, Dangote, BUA, Cement, Lafarge to pay shareholders 609.5 billion naira dividend. Tinubu's bold move to implement Oronsanya report. Akpabio's unending garrulity. Governor Abu Razak palliatives for parents. And that's the much we can take from This Day newspaper this morning. From This Day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Organized labor seeks Tinubu's intervention over Enugu Hospital's medical director's suspension. Saudi Varsity promotes Nigerian scholar Oyarehua as a professor of linguistics. Medugri, EFCC arrests 21 food-loaded trucks heading to neighboring countries. Tinubu inaugurates Police Veteran Foundation in Abuja. Reps Solomon Oyetola, MPA Managing Director, orders over controversial seaport concession. FCTA to partner with Foundation for National Sewing Championship. MPC gives update on 2023-2024 National Demographic Health Survey. Refusal to swear in 16 APC lawmakers are robbing Plateau of quality legislation. Aluko. NSITF remodeling programs along the Tinubu's 8-point agenda. Managing Director, Alabua. Boys Scouts seek federal government, state government's support. Proliferation of illicit arms fueling rising insecurity. Federal government. Non-governmental organizations partners Ekiti government on procurement process, quality service delivery. Group protests abandonment of road reconstruction on Auchi Abuja Highway. Social entrepreneur advocates green agriculture. And that's the most we can take from this day from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Airborne Ade 103.5 FM. We'll now flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. From our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Chinedu Aneka Pastor, and he says, Enugu woman dumps children at police station and commits suicide. She shouldn't have done that because it's not only her that is passing through difficulty. It's true that the economic situation of this country is very bad. Our leaders are to be held responsible. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. It's coming from famous Christian and is joining us from Ifite village, Aguluzibo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have a message. It's coming from Agonabo, joining us from Ofa, Aguluzibo. And he said, HIV saga, it may be true, but what measure did the federal government put on ground to checkmate, and how much did they contribute to stop the spread of it? Now, hunger and hardship have caused many of our youth to engage in hookup and sex hookers for food. Let federal government expect more of it as cost of living is increasing every day. We are watching as things unfold in Nigeria. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. It's coming from Patrick from Nteje. And he says, let me use this opportunity to commend the federal government for accepting Ukrainians' grains. Whether it is sign of failure or not is immaterial. What is important is that the federal government has admitted that there is hunger in the country and has taken a positive step towards ending the hunger. In the same vein, let me also suggest that the federal government should not permanently rely on importation of grains, but should equally take further steps towards making agriculture her priority so as to guarantee food security. Similarly, I condemn in strong terms a situation where a woman abandoned her children and committed suicide. It is a grievous and unpardonable sin for any person, whether man or woman, to commit suicide under any circumstances. In Igbo land, for example, any person that commits suicide should not be given a befitting burial. So I don't see any reason why someone should choose to commit suicide, no matter what. It is coming from Waloto Patrick from Munteja. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It is coming from Engineer Ebuka Joshua Dawson, and he's joining us from 33. And he says, Enugu community's fault on mining activities over health, environmental safety is a welcome development. Dangote refinery to set up trading arm is equally a welcome development. He's coming from Engineer Ebuka Joshua Dawson from 33. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. It's coming from Chike Obata from Obinetiti Okozu. And he says, yes, Peter Obi is not desperate to be president. Kudos to Inspector General of Police for warning DPOs not to detain persons more than 24 hours. He has to follow this order with action because they will never obey this order. Please, Meta, look into the breakdown. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let's see. Well, okay, we'll look into what you're talking about. Still on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message. It's coming from Valentine Edene from Mumbo, and it says it's a pure bad omen for looting grains in government warehouse. It has shown giant of Africa is roaming in great hunger, and why is very difficult for African leaders, especially in Nigeria, to resign if they found that themselves incompetent in any field. They are. In fact, Nigerian leadership nothing different from being in prison. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Valentine Edene from Mbo. Now we have this message is coming from Honorable Abasi, aka Authority is More Than Power, and he says issue of breaking of warehouses in Nigeria is so bad, and but is as a result of hunger and bad governance because hunger is like a silent war to the people. So let our Federal House of Representatives look into hunger war in Nigeria. Very important because a lot of people are dying out of hunger in Nigeria. So sad. May God help Nigeria. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have this message. It's coming from John Ume from Okoso. And it says, it is only in Nigeria that we have leaders that are liars. We hardly hear the truth from them because they swore never to tell the people the truth. If our leaders are truthful, they should tell us the reason why Dangote and Abu Samad BUA are the only people with licenses to be importing or producing cement products and monopolizes its sales in a country with millions of billionaires. Where is Ibeto Cement today? It is no longer existing simply because he's an Igbo person. The truth is that until Nigeria is restructured and our leaders begin to tell the masses the truth, Nigeria will never move forward. John Ume from Okozo, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Well, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Airborne Ade 103.5 FM. As you can see, both Facebook have issue, globally. And the network can't allow us to access the messages we have on our SMS. But thank you so much for becoming part of this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Airborne Ade 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning once it's 7 o'clock. So keep it. And don't touch the dial of Ebonade 103.5 FM once it's 8:20 this morning. We'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a blissful morning.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonade FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,
Our government, whatever.
Street Report is here to make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets,
Ada seperti hindi BAB na.
in your community.
Hai bakala ya so nyina.
Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishu, number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebonade 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Emazine Ebonade Corner 24/7, 24/7.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebonade 103.5 FM. It's Martin Ifeanyi every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebonade 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.